What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spot, coming at you with another video. For you professional wrestling fans, like you guys know, the person standing up to my left or sitting down, Maven Huffman, you guys know him as probably the first Tough Enough winner, recently did an interview with DJ Vlad where he spoke on some of his affairs in the WWE. And he also spoke on what it was like when he got released from the WWE. So without any further wait, let's check out what Maven has to say.
Out and but there's always
Fair
been
use.
allegations and lawsuits about sexual harassment or workplace romances that the woman claims wasn't consensual, or it was like him as the boss,
right?
Using their job as leverage and so forth. But a lot of times these are money grabs. A lot of times these are consensual relationships, and when they don't work out the way the female was hoping it would work out, they get angry, then they sue and so forth. Did you see any of the extramarital affairs? Because he was married this whole time.
Not with Vince, but with other people. Oh yeah, constantly, all the time. I was a part of it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You messed around with some of the female wrestlers?
Absolutely.
Yeah, can you name any names?
I won't name them.
These are names we know.
These would do names you know.
Okay.
It's when you're on the road for 300 plus days.
Oh yeah.
You're with these people. I was with these people more than I was my own family.
Yeah.
And they become almost like, they become the people you lean on. If you have a good day, a bad day, well, guess what? You're with them. And if something great happens in your life, you're going to want to have someone to celebrate it with, and vice versa. If there's something really shitty happens in your life, you're going to want someone to lean on.
Excuse me for stopping it, but that's even more so when you're on the road with people. But when you spend a lot of time at work and say you work at a really big place, I've noticed some of the bigger places that I've worked had a lot of this type of stuff going on. And it's because, like he said, you spend a lot of time with these people, more time than you spend with your own family. And I've worked at a place where it was so big, and we spent a lot of hours working there. A lot of people actually left their wives and had babies with each other and actually have marriages through this one place because that was your social surrounding for most of your life. For more hours of your life than not. But go ahead, I won't stop it no more, I don't think.
And when someone else is around, all it takes is a quick call to see how the kids are doing, and then there's no more family at home after that. Yeah.
Yeah, things happen. My friend Willie D always likes to say, when if a man and a woman are sitting next to each other, there's a devil in the middle.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
That's 100% accurate. Absolutely. And just so you know, I was approached, I would say maybe 10 years ago, when all the lawsuits, when it became apparent what CTE and the head trauma was doing. I was approached by a company to be a part of a class action lawsuit against the WWE. And I couldn't bring myself to signing on with it. I knew going into the business what I was signing up for, and good or bad, I did it of my own volition, and I'm a man enough to accept the consequences.
I mean, do you feel you suffered any CTE?
CTE, I get headaches every day. And I don't know if I would call it CTE or just I'm getting old. Hell, it's just.
Well, I'm older than you, and I don't get headaches every day.
I get headaches every day.
I'll just put that out.
I have in that bag I have over there. I have headache pills.
Okay.
And they're in my car, and they're in my office, and they're in my house.
I'm saying I'm 4 years older than you, and
really.
But I didn't wrestle.
But how many grown men have hit you in the head with a chair?
None that I remember. Yeah, no, none.
Yeah. I don't know, and I do notice sometimes, like, especially if I'm like writing, and there'll be a phrase like that. Oh, I know I should know it, and for whatever reason I just can't grab it.
Yeah, I mean I go through that.
But then again,
that's part of getting old.
There you go.
But the headache every day, that's a little different.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so 2005, you had just signed an extension with the WWE, and then you get fired.
Get fired a couple months later. Yep.
Did you see it coming?
Did not. Blindsided.
Wow. That's really crazy. You're thinking, especially after you get the extension, that you're going to be with this place a long time, and now all of a sudden you're unemployed. Let's listen to how he took it, though.
Totally blindsided. Didn't see it coming to the point to where I had just landed, went to, since we now had a dress code, I had a clothing shop that I went and I just bought $800 worth of new clothes for the road. If I had saw it coming, I wouldn't have bought those clothes. Yeah, blindsided. Probably one of the worst days of my life.
Right, and someone who you were cool with actually broke the news to you.
Johnny Ace?
Johnny Ace, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Johnny Ace, for those who don't know, was I believe he was the booker at the time, or he was the WWE executive, John Laurinaitis. Johnny Ace was John Laurinaitis for people who know John Laurinaitis.
And he was, listen, just like with the scout telling me, he was blunt, he was honest, and I could get mad at the situation, but I couldn't get mad at him because what he was telling me, I knew. I mean, he was giving me reasons that I knew.
Yeah. He said that you really weren't training hard enough and weren't taking the sport as seriously as the other guys. Is that true?
100% true. 100%.
So the other guys would be in the gym constantly and practicing, and no?
Not the gym. Oh, I had no problem getting to the gym. The gym was fun. I could go to the gym and work on my body. What I wasn't doing was getting down to the ring. I wasn't working on my craft. I wasn't getting down there. And because when we would get to an arena at 1 o'clock, the show would go, I think they would open the doors, to let the fans in around 6:30. So we had 5 hours to get in the ring and wrestle around and work on new moves, work on whatever. And that's where if I had one thing to go back and undo and redo, it would be that. They would see me down there every chance. They would see me wanting to get better. But I was in my mid-20s, and I was a kid. I loved way more what wrestling could give me than what I could give wrestling, if that makes sense.
Well, right, because you're only 29 at the time.
Yeah. 28.
28?
Yeah.
Right. You're still in your 20s.
Little baby.
And you're told that your professional career is now over. And it's always very weird because I've interviewed tons and tons of, basketball players, football players, baseball players, etc. And it's always this weird thing where you're forced to retire, but you're still in your prime physically. You still have you have more time ahead of you than behind you.
Yeah.
So now you got to figure out what to do with the rest of your life because it's been very structured up to this point.
Yep.
You show up here, you fly out here, this match, that match, blah, blah, blah. And now, here you are.
What am I going to do on Monday nights?
Exactly.
That was the toughest.
Right. You said you went through a few days of just straight depression.
Complete. I didn't leave the house. My phone would ring. I didn't talk to anybody. And what I didn't know at the time, because I ignored everyone, is a lot of people got released on that same day. Like a lot of people. And, I probably should have leaned on other guys that were going through the same. But more than anything, I got used to and I enjoyed being known as Maven the Wrestler. That's how people would introduce me. Family members would introduce me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what.
Yeah, and a lot. That's with any physical sport. A lot of these guys have to retire at young ages, and it's like, what do I do with the rest of my life? I've pretty much made most of the money I'm going to make for the rest of my life, and I'm 29. That's in most cases. I'm 29 years old. I'm a professional athlete or a professional wrestler. I can't wrestle in the WWE anymore if I'm a professional wrestler. So what do I do with the rest of my life? What does he do on Monday nights, he asked. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, and that'll be it for this video. Join me on Sundays with Mike Love for the Sports Dr. Spock, for the Mickey Coleman Mike Love podcast. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Trolls, go ahead and leave your comments. I take all comments. I won't delete you unless you're just too stupid. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just go too far. But take it easy. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, and I am out.